Hi, my name's Jonathan, and this is Looking Up. Yesterday, I said I was going to talk a little bit about what we can do about our childhood trauma stuff that manifests as adults. Now, all these things, if you look at them, they're deep-seated, painful trauma responses that come out in situations that trigger that this is what's supposed to come out. Those emotional flare-ups are bubbling down deep all the time, waiting for an emotional event for it to be triggered, and then boom, there it comes. It's really not fun. Sometimes you look at the list and you go, well, is no self-esteem or poor self-esteem an emotional response? And absolutely it is. Because when you're confident, you feel good about yourself. But when you're negative and these emotions are bubbling up, you don't feel so good about who you are. Childhood trauma does a lot of this in us. And so what can we do about it? What do we do to stop these emotional flare-ups? So the first thing you have to do is recognize them when they're happening. As soon as you do, be in an attitude of prayer and say, what is this I'm feeling? What is this? There are 5 of these, and you can think of them like this. An acrostic, DANP, S, depression, anxiety, no negative or low self-esteem, PTSD, and suicidality. Those 5. DAN, PS. So pray about, am I feeling any of these 5 things? Is this what's going on inside of me? Second thing, get yourself an accountability partner and call them or text them in that moment and talk to them before you make that response. There's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a healthy thing to do. So go ahead and get you one. That's another thing you can do now before this stuff happens. All right, and the last thing. When you're having these emotional flare-ups, tell yourself, this is an emotional flare-up based on something that I have not resolved. And all this stuff that I'm feeling is not from this situation. God ordained you to have the wisdom to recognize these things and to move beyond them and keep looking up. I'm praying for you. There's more to be seen when you are looking up.